Alright, we're back, and we're going to do another Lorwyn Eclipsed draft. Fortunately, um, the water filter pitcher was nearly empty when I went to go get more water, so I filled it up, but now it's like warm water, lukewarm water, so I only have the last little dribble from it. Alright, last person. Holding everybody up. Let's go. I need to see what cool rare or mythic I open. Maybe I'll get Marilyn this time, and we'll see if I can, like, just 7-0 roll people, since my win rate against her is ridiculously low. Well, we have Riss. We have Rhymekin Recluse, who is a card I genuinely love. I think I'm still going to take Riss, though. They're both really strong, and for different reasons. This is a massive tempo hit a lot of the time, and Riss undoes a lot of what your opponent thought was going to happen to help them, so when their removal spell fails, or their combat goes sideways. And Riss is a lot harder to play around, so being a rare, you can't just assume that your opponent has one. Or maybe you can. Maybe everything just kind of indicates it's Riss. But a lot of the time it's going to feel like it's the +2/+2 first strike trick or something. Well, I love me a Grave Sifter, and I also love me a white-black -1/-1 counters matters deck, so I'm just going to help myself to this little guy. I also think he might be the strongest card in the pack. Like, Bog Slither's Embrace is good. Unexpected Assistance and the Changeling are all very high on my list. There's also an Auntie for Goblins specifically, but speaking of Goblins, this jerk. Enters target opponent, reveals X cards from their hand, where X is the number of goblins you control. You choose one of those cards. I mean, I'm gonna take it. Even without, like, if this is your only goblin in play, this thing is still kind of obnoxious. Like, it's still a 3-mana 3/2 exile a card from their hand, and if it happens to be an instant or sorcery, you get to play it. Like, obviously, they will not choose an instant or sorcery if they can help that, but they can't always help that. And if you get the worst one, it's still a spell out of their hand. And sometimes you just exile a different card instead, and that's just that card gone. I'm actually going to take the Wickerkin here, or Wickermaw, because I like this card a lot. There was an option to take the burn spell. Like, if I'm going to go goblins, I really want to have the good goblin cards, like the payoffs for being goblins. The ones that killed us in that one game earlier today, before in our previous draft, with like the 2 curse catchers and the shenanigans, or whatever it's called, mischief, Boggart Mischief. Which we had a deck like that, but it kept running into Marilyn the Mornsong, and you know how she is. It's a Marrow. So I'm not actually seeing the cards for the deck that I'm drafting, by the way. Like, Gathering Stone is actually not good in this thing because it's kind of all over the place creature type wise. It does still let me Surveil functionally at the beginning of my draw step, but I guess I could take the Encumbered Regiray because it's good with Riss. Like, if Riss just removes the counters, it's a turn 2 5/4. It's probably not attacking until turn 4 at that point, but that's still pretty strong. I do like Chomping Changeling on the splash, but I think we just take Spiral here. The biggest problem is we don't have any of the actual cards that make doing this worthwhile, like the Reaping Willow. Probably the strongest one, but we don't even have like the 2/7 or 3, maybe it's a 3/7, the Blight 2 onto one of your creatures, lose a life and draw a card. Copy target triggered ability. think he's worth taking. Like, we can copy the Taster, we can copy Riss on his ETB, and Riss could be one of the creatures since Riss would already be in play, and this is just tapping 2 creatures that are untapped. It's not a tap activate ability that the creature gains. So we could tap Riss to pay for it, because he wouldn't be summoning sick at that point. Not a huge fan of Crib Swap, but I also don't like anything that I'm seeing here, so let's take a medium removal spell. Also, if we wind up with any of the... Like, I think this is actually okay in Merfolk, specifically, because you will be able to... Oh, that's a lot of playable red cards now, and we already have Kirill, so... I think I grabbed the Tweeze over the... this thing is pretty powerful, though, but this is also a Tweeze, so... give me the uncommon. Because we already have the Foraging Wicker Maw, is what I was going to say, so we actually can pull off a multicolored thing where we have, like, 3 or 4 colors in play consistently. This is my least favorite of those guys. Yeah, give me this one first. Huge fan of the other thing. I'll take the card draw spell, just in case. I'm not running that. I mean, normally it's a bomb, just straight up, but... I have 2 shapeshifters, and literally ones. Like, my 6 other creatures are not overlapping in creature type at all. Do I still take it is the question. Because right now I'm kind of sort of white-red with like a light splash of black, so... Because I could take the giant that gives double strike, and that would make my changelings better too. Alright, sure. Let's try doing something dumb and weird. There's another shot at Tweeze if I want it. How many of my things are instants? Just the Crib Swap. Terrific. In that case, give me the 2-mana 2/2 first strike. Lifelink dude. Because those are just insane stats to begin with. Alright, I don't currently blight onto anything particularly well. There's a big old tree folk I can convoke out. Another changeling. Towards my Giant's Matter creature. Alright. Probably. Actually, no. Give me this one first. Let's see if we can wheel one of the other 2. Yeah, give me the life drain one, because that's the more powerful one. I need more Wicker Maws now. For what I'm starting to do. Well, there's none in this pack, so I'm inclined to take the Flying Giant. Well, considering I didn't take the first one of these, I could take the second one now. Four, 5, 6, 7. So I can't wheel the Brambleback Brute in this pack. I might be able to wheel the Kith Keeper then. I can take the Haste guy now. Give me the Giant. I have a plan. Give me the Giant. 5 mana, 3/3 Flying Giant. Or just give me the thing that lets me get another land when I hit all of these, like, insanely high drop spells. This deck does not feel good. Keep Out or Gristle Glutton. Give me the Glutton, actually. Because there's still a slim chance that I wind up doing the things I want to be doing anyway with this deck. And having a creature that can blight onto my stuff is going to be part of that. It's not a good Springleaf Drum deck, but I might legit need the fixing. Alright, meh. Yeah, this is not where I want to be at. Alright, give me the dude that fixes my colors. Also, did somebody take, like, the big bug thing? The weird elemental that, like, pins Kithkin to walls? That's my second shot at mirror form. What is in this pack for me? Is it Boulder Dash? Because it's a good removal spell? Probably. Like, this guy isn't even all that impressive with Wrist to remove all of his counters, so... Alright, give me the Boulder Dash. I will take the Lamenter now. Have a Glutton. Yeah, this is not a good deck. At all. I am not looking forward to this. Nope, nobody I recognize. Alright, there's the Reaping Willow, finally. Have to pass a Sizzling Changeling, though. Kinda sucks. Actually, not even kind of, just straight up sucks. But it is one of the things I was looking for. Get back on track. There's also the 1 mana burn spell. Yeah, it's possible I'm too laser focused on what I was trying to do originally that's not coming together, that I should not have grabbed the Reaping Willow over those cards, but I really just wanted the Reaping Willow at this point, so that way the deck would do the thing I thought it was going to do originally. Yeah, none of these white creatures, like, they all require Merfolk. Well, not all of them, but they are all Merfolk, and therefore not particularly good with what I have. So let me take a Feed the Flames. Can I get, like, a 5th pick, Catharsis? Because... No, I was going to say because LSV and Marshall were kind of dragging Catharsis. They weren't. They gave it like a B+ in their set review, but they gave literally all of the other elemental incarnations like A's to A+. That is a Morning Tide. That can let me steal a game or two. Alright, I'm down. So yeah, they weren't actually like calling it a bad card or anything. Like, B+ is still pretty high praise, but whereas the other ones, they were tripping over themselves to talk about how good they were. That was the only one where they're like, this one could have been better. Alright, I'm actually going to take this, because I need a way to win this game, and throwing my things in the air and giving them more power, especially if they're changelings and I have or giants naturally, and I have the aggressor out. Alright, so Catharsis is definitely out. Can I get, like, one more foraging wicker maw. And, like, one more okay removal spell. Well, apparently that's going to be a no. Is the Bark of Doran remotely good here? I know I have a bunch of, like, high toughness creatures, but not all of my stuff is high toughness. Well, now I took it, so I took too long. Alright, well, there is the removal spell. But yeah, I definitely should have taken the other card. So I did get a removal spell. I don't think I want this changeling, but I also don't think I'm running any of these. So take that one. Alright, there's another Feed the Flames. It's possible I just drop the black then, because it's only the 3 cards. I am sad to lose out on the Grave Sifter, though. Take the keep out. But it might not be worth the mana investment. On the bright side, I probably get credit from the opponents for having, like, Catharsis in the deck or something. It's like, in what universe do you play white-red? Well, clearly you have Catharsis or Breeze Stout Arm. Because there's no earthly reason to be playing those otherwise. Alright, so we lose the 3 black cards because they're not really doing it. And then we figure out... Alright, so we can probably lose that, lose the crib swap, because that'll just get in the way of us attacking for lethal, more often than not. Probably go down a land, actually, because this thing cycles and this thing has Convoke, so our highest actual mana cost is 5. And yeah, we can probably just ditch him. Like, Risk does not need to combo with somebody to be good, and he is not particularly a good card by himself, so... in most cases. Alright, I am not expecting to do well with this deck at all. If we make it to 3 wins, I'll be ecstatic. Yeah, it's a mulligan. That's better. I'm gonna get greedy. The deck doesn't need a ton of land to function anyway. So... I don't know, what are the odds they have a bunch of ground guys and I just get to throw this on my guy, throw them in the air, and just start smashing face until they're dead? I'm gonna guess pretty low, all things considered, and I'm missing a land drop now anyway. Alright, so let's cast the Auntie then. I don't know why I cast the Auntie pre-combat. Don't worry about it, it's not important. Oh, is my opponent also missing land? Well, now I'm gonna win. Alright. Look, I'll take it at this point. This deck is terrible, and I mulliganed on the play and kept a sketchy hand after that, so... if that's how I get my 3 wins... it happens to me, it's gonna happen to other people. Might as well be the one that benefits from it. There we go, just like 7-0 this draft because all of my opponents have mana issues and or mulligan into bad hands. Alright, Arena. So, the air quotes joke is that whenever Arena has like a large discrepancy in the rankings between the players, usually the player with the lower rank has the crazier deck. Now, all of this is anecdotal evidence. There's no actual proof that this is true, but alright. Get in there with your 3-3. You got me. And yeah, I'm just gonna get my 1 damage in. Sounds like my parrot is out and about. He's playing with... Alright. Yeah, no, by all means, your guy's a 3-3. Like, I think... Oh, no, wait, it's actually going to become a 4-4 if they attack. Because it's technically a 2-3 that deals 3 damage. So, yeah, they do get to hit me. Alright. I'm in trouble now. This Doran's a freaking 5-10, so... Alright, there's a tiny chance, I was going to say, if they can't deal with the 5-6, I might be able to do this, but... Yeah, it still has me going to 1, Jesus, because he got an extra toughness, so he got an extra power. And then, or, yeah, he has an extra toughness, so he assigns an extra point of damage, yeah. Alright. So we could deal 6 damage to them in the air. I have to block everything. Or kill everything. So... yeah, I think we draw the card here, get the counter off. Did find a land. Two damage to that. 1 damage to face. That on him. Go to combat, hit for 6. So we block there. They have, because the changeling's in the graveyard, they have the one thing there. Six, 7, 8. That'd technically be 12 damage, but I have to believe that they're blocking the 2-5 at that point. Discard that one, draw. See what we hit. Alright. Alright, they're technically dead in the air. Whew. Yeah, you know what, I'll give that a smiley face just from the relief of not being dead. Oh my god, okay. So, their deck also looked like it had a couple of good cards and was mostly janky pile, so... my pile outdid their pile. Alright, if I can hit the land to chain the spells together, there is a world where they just suddenly don't have blockers and I get to kill them. But... and I have one of these stronger early removal spells. I'm gonna wait a turn on cycling him. They played a 2-3, revealing the 3-1. Okay. So I have all of these physically giant creatures, but none of them are literally giants, so I probably have to cycle this guy now in order to make sure I get the 4-3 down on time. I'm not feeling particularly confident here. Yeah, let's do it. Oh right, he was basic land cycling. In my brain, I'm stuck on the idea that he is mountain cycling. I don't know why. Alright, hopefully they play a 1 or 2 toughness creature here. Yeah, they just killed my guy. Okay. Take 5 then. I'm not the boss of them. That's true, it does tap for green mana if they want it to. Alright. Behold my mighty 1/4 double striker. Tremble in his presence. Fortunately, he is an elemental and not a shapeshifter, so... are we killing him? Are we blighting him? Yeah. Okay. Alright, that was a good reason not to attack with the 2-power creature then. Okay, and then another one. Right. Really needed a land there. I mean, I can kill both of their 3/1s here. But without the land, I can't actually do anything else. Alright. I mean, I can run out the 2-3, or or flash this out, but I don't think I'm supposed to yet. Because they're not doing enough. And giving up that one extra mana. Well, now I might have to cast Flock Imposter to block the 4-2. I guess I don't have to, but I'm falling so far behind on board here. Yeah, if they're going to attack with both. I can't take 6 there. Go to 8. And then put, like, all of my eggs in this 2-5 basket. That's not going to work out. And they have literally one of the best cards in the format. Okay. I mean, I've been high-rolling this whole time with this terrible deck, so... Sure. So I get cut in half. I have a 7/7 Trampler that's less impressive than the... And that's for 5, so... guess I'll die. I'm trying to think if I can actually live through this without that. Because technically the two of them combined can kill the 7/7, even if it becomes an 8/8. If it becomes a 9/9 or better, though, then I just die. I think technically they can activate their thing and just make a ton of bodies and kill me, so maybe I did have to put it on the 7/7, but... I'm also not winning this game regardless. Like, if I did put on the 7/7 and they made the ton of bodies... Oh, no, wait, actually... No, I would have won because this exiles, so yeah. Alright, I'm just bad at Magic, so I deserve to lose. Yeah, I should have put it on the Trampler. They make all of the bodies. They attack me. If they attack me for 6, I have to block and kill their guy and trade off my double striker, but then... I can Morning Tide's Light to exile all of the tokens. Yeah, no, that's what I was supposed to do. I'm still not winning that game. Like, I'm miles behind, so. But I did not do myself any favors by choosing the worst possible options at various points in time. Actually, not the worst possible. I could have put the enchantment on my own guy, or their 2/3, but, you know. I definitely picked the wrong one. So, for all that mattered. Opponent goes first. 3-power flying first striker? He was definitely supposed to attack there. Because you're gonna trade your trick for my 2/1 first strike, dude? Okay. Deal. Sold. Like, That could not have gone better for me if I got to choose what you did that turn. I don't think. I mean, I could have pumped my own guy instead and killed yours anyway, but just to get the card out of your hand, but that's about all. Play out a 2/3. Next turn, convoke a 5/6. Also, my opponent is missing land drops. So this might be a case of 6/6 flying, vigilance creature just kills them again. Leaf Crown Emissary. He doesn't have haste, so let's see if they're bold enough to block with both their creatures here. Oh wait, no, never mind. Why did I think they had 6 combined power? I mean, 11, 12, 13... Okay. Gaining life and... Yeah, that was definitely a... Got too excited and clicked the button. This is Ward 2. Actually, I could just make the other... oh, activate only as a sorcery. I was going to say I could make the 4/2 unable to block, but missed my window there. Alright, so run this out. Move the counter and draw a card. Any number of target creatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. So I do still have the ward cost to pay. They're at 16. I have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 exactly. Alright. Alright. Got my 3rd win. So now, if I lose 2 in a row, I'm still out 500 gems, but that's way better than the, like, 1,300 gems I'd be out if I only got the 2 wins, so... We can somehow get a 4th win with this deck, if we can just steal 1 more. That'd be awesome. I mean, I don't want to play Risk early anyway. I'm going to keep it, but I will not be surprised if it loses. This is not a good deck to begin with. I don't know that mulliganing away my hand is, like, to try and hit a better 6 is necessarily going to win me any games. So I think I just need to draw the planes naturally. Or the 3rd land in general. But yeah, drawing the planes would be nice. No? Okay. Fair enough. I got a win off the opponent missing a land drop the last game, so... Your 3-drop is too much for me to handle. Okay. Well, little late to the party. Also, if they play any creature they get to attack with their one thing into my 3/3, means I'm probably just taking 3 damage this turn. I think this is going to be flashing in Riss and double blocking and having a 2/2 and killing 2 of their creatures, which doesn't even work anymore because they hit their land. Alright. I mean, it still technically works, but it doesn't do what I need it to do. Alright, so this blocks there, this blocks there. They can pump, but I still kill both of their creatures. I take 5. Persists. I really needed a land there. Alright, let's run out the 2/3 so I can double block. In theory. Because they didn't have anything better than pumping their team last turn, so they probably don't have anything better than pumping their team this turn, and it's still a 4/3 versus these two. Or they can have a kill spell for it, and I can get cut in half. 1-5. Dying shortly thereafter. Yep, that'll do it. Just missed too many land drops. It's a 16 land deck. I'm not super surprised, but like I said, this deck is not good. I don't think it wins most of the games at Mulligan's either. So, like, I think the Mulligan knocks off a huge percentage chance of its wins. Yep. We're gonna keep it, and we're gonna see if I draw my 3rd land and get to cast my spells. Because that'll be neat. I do also have the 6/5 that I can draw to get another land out of my deck, but obviously that's not the best. Alright, really need a land next turn. I guess if they have a 2-drop creature, I'm doing alright here. Still kind of doing alright here, not gonna lie. Oh, they're letting me attack? That's nice of them. Assuming my guy has first strike on my turn. Alright, drop both of those. Because the one can just tap down any blocker that I play on future turns. And can also trigger all of their merfolk that have tap requirements, so... which the drum can also do. You're jumping with the 1/1? Because that is your other option here. Yeah, okay. It's fine. We got 3 wins before we got the 3rd loss, so... Risk can't even, like, target the 2/1 without it being pointless. And I wish I could draw... Okay, they were going to use it to Convoke, effectively, with the Springleaf Drum. It's not Convoke, but it's kind of Convoke. They're going to use it to make mana, to cast their spell. Discarded 2 lands. On the bright side, at least with Risk, they probably weren't going to... Alright, for mana efficiency's sake, we're just going to run out Risk now. It doesn't matter except for getting down another body so that I can attack them for more damage. See if they flash out anything to punish me. No? Okay. Yes? No? No? Okay. Alright then, keep the pressure on. Such as it is. Are they gonna draw like 3 more cards here? Because that's hilarious. Ah. How much does it cost to remove the counter? 2 mana, and then I get to draw? Okay, so they have to have something else here. As that was holding off multiple of my creatures. Alright, let's see how they block first. Deal. I do think I kill this thing before they can get the counter off of it. We will discard... This is the one I'm furthest away from casting. Okay. The 3 toughness one, hopefully. Fair enough. Also, frustratingly fair enough. Yeah, this is just a 2-2 right now, like... Yep. I was gonna say, if the last card in their hand is bad, but it's not quite bad enough for me. Okay. Oh, here's my 2/4 double striker. So I need them to double brick because they can... and they did not. Okay. Well, I needed them to, but they were... I guess I can flash out my guy. Bounce the thing now. Alright, cast this. Because that can make the 2/3 unable to block and increase its own power to put more pressure on them. But yeah, if they drew a brick, they can just discard to make a mana, and then their other guy will untap their 2/3 to block with. Alright. Back-to-back bricks helps a lot. Yeah. Alright. Well, we found the 4th win. Was on the other side of the mana screw. Alright. I cannot imagine winning any more games with this deck, but who knows? I didn't think I was going to win the last one either, so... What do I know? Obviously not much. I seem to be very bad at this game. It's funny because it's sad because it's true. Ah, cool. I hit diamond on one of those? I was about to say we got the massive pair up, but apparently I hit diamond on my way through all of this. Well, I mean, I have a 2-drop. I have some plays to make. But, yeah, drawing Morning Tide here is not exactly where I want to be at. So now we're going to play against the good version of the last opponent's deck. I am not confident. Alright. Well, that makes my Flock Imposter a lot better. Because now I actually get a benefit from bouncing the thing back to hand. Alright. Let's play out this. They're most likely going to play another Merfolk and be able to attack unblocked anyway. Oh. Yeah, I can't think of what's giving it +3 plus anything here, so... Yeah, I have to try and hit my land drops first. Okay, we hit. My attacks are still bad. Yeah, I have to believe long-term I'm going to get buried in card advantage, so... Although, if they don't have, like, more removal... I was going to say I get to... Flock Imposter back the 1-3, and then the 1-3 can... do some stuff. Alright. They have the counterspell? No? Okay. They're just dumbfounded. They're like, wait, what? Because they're not going to blight onto their 1-3 to get rid of the 2-5 yet. So I still have time. Also, depending on when they do it, I might be able to Flock Imposter back the 2-5 instead. They did discard a creature there. But it was still... It was a 1-2 that would get them a land, so I'm not super surprised. Tap him. Okay. Alright. I'm just going to do this while they can't pay the mana. To get rid of my guy. Because I don't need them being able to, like, double blight to get rid of my thing. Alright. Ooh, yeah, that sucks a lot. I get to get rid of both of my guys here. Do I have the 4 damage to a tap creature or kill an enchantment in the deck? I genuinely forget now. Alright. Kill him first. I think we discard that at this point. Look for something better. Did not find it. I think this is worth killing the 2-1 here. Because otherwise I'm going to have a hard time blocking later on, and I'm already having a hard time blocking with their 1 thing out, so... let's cast this and draw the card. Not great. Yeah, I can't remember if I can destroy that enchantment or not. I mean, this is making my Morning Tide better, but I don't have much time to capitalize on it, so... I have to attack with 3 creatures to get the bonus. Winnowing. Or they can just kill me. I don't think I was supposed to cast Morning Tide yet. And I don't think I was going to live anyway. Because they got to choose Goblin. Because that is surprising, though. Like, Winnowing feels so terrible in this format. Like, most decks are not like my pile. So the fact that they got to kill my pile with Winnowing is kind of like... That is rewarding... questionable deck-building decisions. And again, this is also rewarding way worse deck-building decisions the entire draft, so, you know. Alright, I think we're good now, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.